Welcome to the TA Leader Series, where we have the privilege of talking to leaders in the TA industry that are doing new things, innovative things, producing results that we think are interesting to the entire community. And today I'm thrilled to have Yvette with us. I could talk to her all day, but Yvette, let me ask you to introduce yourself to the audience.
Absolutely. Thanks, Maury. Yvette Hansen. I am the DEIB and Talent Attraction Director at Baylor Scott & White Health.
And as we were just chatting, you've done a lot of things and brought a lot of innovation to what is clearly a really tough area. All of healthcare is really struggling. But you're doing some interesting things in pipelining. Can you talk us through a little bit about, first, why you're doing it and what specifically you've done?
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Maury. So talent pipelining, we believe, is critical when it comes to trying to fill our critical job families, affecting time to fill, affect the quality of hire, and the candidate engagement and interest levels. So what we did was we launched a talent pipeline program where we're looking at the candidates across critical job families. So we know there are certain jobs that are really hard to fill that take us a really long time. And so we should have a ready bench of talent. And on the flip side, there are jobs that we're always filling that we should still have a ready bunch of talent. So we looked at those job families. We talked to our fulfillment leaders and we said, okay, these are the roles that we really need to focus in on. And so myself and our TA sourcing manager, TA marketing and sourcing manager, Whitney Wallace, we designed what we call an external talent pipeline program. And it's basically working with our sourcing team to identify individuals who perhaps aren't ready yet to make the move, or perhaps they did interview with us, but perhaps they were the medalists because somebody just edged them out. And so we wanted to put them into what we're calling pipelines into our CRM and deploy a very personalized keep warm strategy. Because if someone tells me, yeah, I'm ready to make a move today, but I only want to work these hours and we don't have an opening. So that person, their keep warm strategy should look very different from someone who says, you know what, I'd love to make the move, but I'm in Chicago, you're in Dallas. I'd love to relocate. I want to go to Dallas, but I have a kid in who's a senior in high school, so I'm not ready to make the move for a year. So that keep warm strategy should look very different. We shouldn't be sending email and text messages to them that say the same thing to the individual who said, I'm ready to make a move today, but the hours just don't fit. So we've really designed what we call the personalized keep warm strategy. And it's not all about, hey, it's all about us, come work for us. It's about them too. So what can we offer them before they're ready to make the move here?
So what kind of content are you sending to them?
That's a great question. And that comes with the personalization piece. So some of that is about Baylor. So what's happening here at Baylor? Other could be what we understand is happening in the healthcare space. We saw a lot of rural hospitals are closing down, and we want to make sure that we can support the team members who are going to be displaced because of that. So we've got some disruption efforts in place. And so we say, hey, if you know anyone, if we keeping somebody warm who's close in proximity to an organization that we know is going to be experiencing displacement, we send them an email or a text and saying, hey, in case you know of anyone, let them know. Baylor's always wanting to talk to them, whether we have a job posted or not. They should feel free to talk to us. We give them an opportunity to connect with recruiters to learn about what's happening here. We'll send them video content, realistic job videos, letting them know, hey, this is what you can experience being a nurse here, being on this floor here, being a rad tech, working third shift, things like that. So it's all really tailored again to what they told us they're looking for and when they're looking for it.
This sounds like an enormous amount of work to keep track of all it. How many people do you have in your pipeline?
So we just launched this. And I think we're right around the 50 mark. So when I say we just launched this about last month. So really excited. We're so excited because we know it's the right thing to do. We know it's going to affect, because data has told us that if you have that ready bunch of talent, you can affect time to fill, by as much as 20%.
Oh, I would think easily that would happen. And how much time are your recruiters spending nurturing and keeping warm the folks in the pipeline versus they're filling open recs?
So it's really the sourcing team we're starting with instead of the recruiters. But I will say this, the wonderful world of automation has helped us to keep the sourcers from having to constantly engage. So we've set up some logic and some campaigns in our CRM so that most of the keep warm strategy is done by technology. And the sourcers are asked to reach out quarterly. So like give them a call or a personal email on a quarterly basis, which really reduces their engagement on that. But the candidate who's in the pipeline still feels like they're being tailored to a story. We're not just sharing the same content over and over again.
Yeah, it's so important. No one likes getting a blast email or being sent information that disregards what they've already told an employer. And understand it takes some good technology and a lot of work, but we've seen some of the efforts at pipelining almost be counterproductive because it alienates the individual rather than makes them feel valued. So, people who have thousands and thousands and thousands of folks in their pipeline, maybe they're doing it well enough and maybe not.
And it's funny you say that. When I first started talking to Whitney, she thought we were going to be putting everyone in the pipeline. And I was like, no. We want to have physically spoken to these folks. We want them to have told us they are interested in coming to us. Here's the obstacle they're experiencing today as to why they're not coming to us, and then we can put them in the right pipeline status. So we status everyone with regard to pipeline. So we know if they're ready to move today. We know if they're ready for the future. We know if they were a medalist candidate, if they've already talked to a bunch of leaders, and so they're ready to hire, basically. And so we status them in our CRM, and that helps us identify what keep warm strategy applies to them. And then again, the content we send to them isn't just about us and, hey, look at us, we're the shiny new star. It's about them too. Like, how can we help you in your career move? So how can we help prepare you for your interview? So we're really sending them content that we think will help them make a decision on their next move, but also, of course, keep them informed about what's happening with us and the healthcare industry.
I'm a big believer that content is king. Sending people information that's really interesting to them, it creates a value proposition with you right off the bat. And what that says going forward about how you're going to manage their careers and how you're going to respect them and keep them growing just says wonders. You can put out all these statements about, oh, we really want to help you advance. But during the recruiting process, we don't see people come through with that. So that's incredible. But it sounds like this is just part of a bigger recruitment marketing campaign. You clearly have a really good sense of marketing is part of this. And that doesn't mean just running ads all the time, but really persuading, engaging people. That's really what marketing is about. What other things are you doing besides the pipelining and the marketing front?
So we do a lot. So we have a small team, but mighty, of recruitment marketers. And so we do everything from career blogs to really help individuals in writing understand what our team members are working on. And even from a personal perspective, we had a veteran talk about how they came to work here, how they selected this organization after coming out of the service, but what they were overcoming too when coming out of the service, and how Baylor has helped them make those overcome those personal obstacles. But so we have career blogs. We have several marketing campaigns going on. One of them we call our employee voice campaign, which we're the most proud of because it really engages our team members across the system to really share their stories. And whether it's about their career growth here, it's about they've used benefits and been able to go back to school and attain either a bachelor's or an MBA or something like that to help elevate their career. Sometimes it's just to help personally elevate their feeling of their confidence level about what they're doing here. We have other campaigns going. We have a text and email campaign. We have a really great newsletter that is a mix of items on there. It's a mix of content and video, and it really, again, shares with them what's happening, not just at Baylor, but within the healthcare industry. We have something called a superhero campaign where, again, we're highlighting the strength of our team members and what they do. We have realistic job preview videos that really help an individual understand, what it's like to work here. So if you go to, like, let's say a security position within Baylor, a police officer position, because Baylor has their own police department, on the sidebar of the job description, you'll see a video of one of our police officers talking about what it's like to be a police officer on the Baylor Police Department. So we have so many different campaigns going on. We're obviously on social media. A lot of people don't know this, but Baylor Scott and White Health, we're the first organization to use TikTok as a recruitment marketing platform. Yeah, so we posted our first we were the first healthcare company to put a recruitment video on TikTok, and it's been wildly successful. I think We used to generate a lot of leads from there. We've kind of changed our strategy on TikTok, but we used to generate probably over 1,000 leads every quarter.
Wow.
And when I say 1,000 leads, then somebody was responsible for calling every single of those people, and we've generated over 200 hires off of those leads.
Wow.
So I mean,
Yeah.
we've done so many really cool things. We're obviously on Facebook and LinkedIn and Meta. So we have, not only do we have campaigns going on LinkedIn, but we also use the recruitment licenses. We use a day in the life. So everybody comes to our life page on the Baylor site on LinkedIn and really understand, again, what's important to Baylor and what our value proposition is for them, and how do we share our story.
Right. And Clay, I'm a big lover of video because of the credibility. Having your employees talk and tell it from first person just adds so much. And, as we were talking earlier, for healthcare workers, they really light up to a human face and a human voice. It's hopefully why they're in healthcare. You really hope that that's something that's profoundly important to them. So the more you can do of that, I love it. And the fact that you're coming at it from all different sides, there are so many touch points where a candidate could get information or see your name or start to get a feel for the organization, the values is just really remarkable. And it's amazing, given your small team, that you're doing so much. Yvette, I would love to talk to you all afternoon, but I understand if we keep our videos shorter, we get more people to watch them. So I'm going to wrap it up here, but thank you so much for the time and the information. I think the work you're doing is really remarkable, and I appreciate you joining me. Thanks.
Thank you, Maury. Have a great day. It's been a pleasure.
You too. Thank you.